felt so nervous about our date. Is something going to happen? I've been feeling a little off for the last little bit. I haven't texted Kyoko. It's only a minor headache. I'm sure it's nothing. It's right here, Kokichi exclaimed, pushing me through the door. Ah, Kokichi. I couldn't finish my statement because he dragged me over to the corner. The nervous feeling in my stomach just deepened. I tried my best to smile and tried my hardest to ignore it, but it didn't help. Welcome back, Kokichi, Kurumi said politely, bowing her head to Kokichi. I could tell he has been here before and must know Kurumi very well. I only know her name because we ran into each other when I was going to class. I fell over and she helped me up and politely handed me my books. Hey, Mom, Kokichi yelled, making her smile down at him. It made me smile knowing Kokichi was so happy to be here. He smiled at me before Kurumi spoke again. What would you two like today? I want some panta with the strawberry cake, Kokichi said, raising his hands for emphasis. I chuckled at his action before politely ordering. Yeah, I just want some cake as well, I whispered, trying my hardest to wear a convincing smile. The pain was deepening. I should have texted Kyoko right when this happened. Then we can share, Shumai, I exclaimed before Kurumi left with a bow. My head was hurting so much, and my vision was flashing to shades of red. I felt my smile waver before I heard Kokichi speak. It snapped me out of whatever I was stuck in. So, how have you been doing today? He asked, tilting his head. You have been quieter today. Not that that's new. I didn't say anything. I couldn't speak. I just gave him a weak smile, feeling my composure crumble. No, I'm just worried. Sorry if I made you worried, I said quietly, flinching as I heard my weak voice leave my lips. I looked down at my hands, making my eyes go dark. Worried about what, Shumai? He asked, but I could barely hear him. My head was pounding and I don't even know why. It makes me want to scream for help from this constant pounding. Here's your order, Kurumi said, interrupting my thoughts, and Kokichi's earlier statement. Kokichi turned his gaze back to me, gesturing for me to continue. I didn't say anything, because for one, I don't even know what the hell's going on. He moved his hand over to mine, placing it on my shaking fingers. What's wrong, Shushu? He intertwined our fingers together, rubbing the back of my hand with his thumb. I could feel myself want to just move closer to him, let him soothe all the pain that I was feeling. My head went down, so my hair was covering my eyes. I didn't want him to have to take care of me. I'm such a problem, a burden. Shumai? He asked, sounding scared. I could tell he was trying to hide it. I felt so guilty knowing it was my fault he was scared. On a special day with me. I'm scared. I felt the weak plea leave my lips. I paused, slowly raising my head. I'm scared the formula won't work anymore, I said darkly. The thing that scared me the most was that I wasn't afraid of my tone switch. I felt like something was taking over me. I don't want Kokichi to feel scared of me. Please stop this. I'm scared, please. He looked confused and scared, hesitant to do something. I saw his phone in his hand before he started typing. I felt myself move before I could process it. I grabbed his phone and held his chin in my hand. Hey, you came here to be with me, right? So let's not let anything distract you, I said coldly. I couldn't even control myself anymore. I tried to pull away from him and get away from him so I didn't hurt him. God, please don't let me hurt my baby. Please don't hurt my Kichi. I pulled him back to the hallway of the cafe so no one could see him. My heart was beating in my chest. Make it stop. Please make it stop. He pulled him by the scarf and held him off the ground, pulling the scarf down to expose his neck. His teeth plunged into the skin. He yelped in pain, and I couldn't hear him. And I could hear him whispering, pleading for me to stop. He dropped him and slowly backed away. His pale skin now had blood dripping from the mark on his skin. The mark I made. What if he becomes like me? Why did I let this happen? I felt myself start crying. Kokichi looked at me, scared. I could tell he was trying to hide it, but it made me feel so much worse that I made him scared. I made him scared of me. I closed my eyes, not wanting to have to see it anymore. Then my senses came back to me. My eyes shot open and I immediately rushed out the door and just ran. I didn't want to have to hear Kokichi scream after me. I didn't want to have to see his scared face again. God, this is why I shouldn't have gotten close to him. This is all my fault. I don't know how long I ran or where I was, but I didn't care. I hurt him. I hurt my Kichi. I fell to the ground and wiped the blood off my mouth before putting my fists over my eyes. What have I done? Hours passed as I sat under that tree. I could feel my phone buzzing, but I didn't have the courage to check it. He must be so mad at me. I should have texted Kyoko. I should have just avoided him. No, that wouldn't have helped because I'm bonded to him. Why did I have to hurt him? I picked up my phone and let the screen light up. 45 missed calls from Kokichi and 2 calls from Kyoko. With about 100 or so missed messages. I called Kyoko, feeling my whole body shake. What's she going to say? I feel so nervous. God, I hate this. Saichi, you finally picked up. Kokichi called me and told me you bit him after acting strangely towards him. Then you just ran away from him. Is this true? She said, sounding calm. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kyoko. I paused, feeling more tears fall out of my eyes. Is Kokichi okay? Is he going to turn into someone like me? Is he going to have to live like I do? I can't make him do that. What have I done? I yelled into the phone. I could hear her whisper to someone before she responded. Kokichi is alright, and you didn't inject him with any of your venom, so nothing is going to happen to him. She responded before handing the phone to Kathy. It's alright, we already checked his wound, and he is going to be alright, she exclaimed, making my shoulders relax for a moment. But you should call Kokichi. He is worried sick about you, so please, call him. She hung up after I gave her a small yes. He's worried about me? After what just happened? I shakily picked up my phone and pressed his contact. It took me a long moment before I pressed call. The dial was making me feel more anxious with everyone that passed. It felt like forever, but only took 1 or 2 dials for him to pick up. Saichi, is that you? He sounds so frightened. I hate having to hear him like this. Yeah, sorry for making you worry. He cut me off with his sobs. He's crying? I started panicking. I knew he was scared, but I didn't know he was crying. Kokichi, are you alright? Sorry for making you scared. Where are you? I exclaimed, jumping off the ground, looking at my phone at his picture. I'm alright. I'm just glad you're safe, Shu. And I'm just walking around looking for you. He said with a few hiccups here and there. I can come to you. Where are you? I asked again, feeling my heartbeat quicken. Sorry about that. Where was I? I asked again, feeling my heartbeat quicken. I have to see him. I need to apologize. I'm just in the park near the school. What about you? He asked, but I didn't answer. I was already running to go and find him. I did notice while I was running that I could run faster and it didn't wear me out as much. Shushu? He questioned as I saw him standing in the park. Kichi, I said, rushing over to him before pulling him into a hug. I'm so sorry. You must have been so scared. Does it hurt? I brushed my fingers over the bandages on his neck. It doesn't hurt, Shu. But you don't have to feel sorry. Kyoko told me what is going on, he said, looking up at me and wiping the tears off my cheeks. She told you about what this is? I asked, not knowing what it was myself. Did Kyoko know? Of course she does. She knows everything.